So, in comparison to what the many on the indie media, you are really an old timer, and you watched the whole thing change a little bit, I'm sure, because there's lots of different organizations, some of them independent and some of them looking to be pretend to be independent, who have come up since then. What do you say to young aspiring journalists? Because I was a young aspiring journalist. Probably I started about 2015, 16. So I started just after, and I was inspired by, of course, people such as yourself and the work of the people on the independent media, including like some of the TNT presenters, like Jason Bermas. I mean, Loose Change really had a massive effect on me. What do you see happening in the indie media? Do you think that the death of the mainstream media is leading to a rise of a neo-mainstream media, and that the independent media, the higher echelons of it, are basically turning into the dying embers of the main, or forming into the dying embers of the mainstream media?
I think a lot is going on. And again, I was very pleased to have replaced me, Jason Burmas. And, Loose Change in 2003 was, again, one of the things just that blew my mind. That was part of my process, Loose Change, Alex Jones's, Endgame and stuff like that. And so hats off to Jason. I don't know how he does it. He's got the morning Patriot TV show and then TNT. But uh, yeah, and what you mentioned earlier, I think if people want to get into space, whether it's writing, there's different formats of content creation. So some people like the Substack and just do written content, others podcasting or a mix. And so I think you have to be passionate. You have to have something burning inside of you to keep doing it because it's a long road. You're gonna be basically slandered, attacked, censored, deplatformed, and it's going to be a long time before you see any money at all. And so it's got to be something that you got to have a passion for. People ask me all the time about starting a podcast, and I'm like, and I see these same people who they never end up starting it, and it's just like it's got to be something that's within you that's got to be pushing you to do it. And so I think a lot is going on in the alt media space. You've got still a lot of people that are genuine, doing a lot of good work. You've got people, I think, that are a bit narcissistic and egotistical, and some people start to grift. They get tempted by the popularity, and they want clicks and they want bigger followings and more money. And I don't like that sort of stuff. And then you've got people, as you're alluding to, that either get co-opted over time, or some of them, to begin with, were some sort of counterintelligence